Hello, Namaste. My name is Doipan Rajodhuri, and in today's live session, we're going to solve NICL Assistant Prelims level mock test. So it is available on Under 24 platform. So the link is in the description box. Let's get started. So this is the last one from Adda. After this, I may or may not give a few from Guidely. So let's see how this one goes. I was dashed to know. Okay, I'll skip this one. Okay, so 5, right? Okay. Then parajumble, skip this one also. In the dash city park, in the bustling city park, the child's laughter mingled with the rustling leaves, creating a symphony of urban life. Okay, so A and B to be interchanged, creating an urban of symphony note, right? The dash characters, lost in thought, tapped tapestry, okay, waving rhythmically words and novelist. Okay, I'll skip this one. So this seems to be a small one, but I will skip it for now. 15, 19, 20. GDP in a country is usually calculated by compiling the information from a large number of sources. So AF can be a pair, which is not an option. Okay, it's an option, but let's see. The financial year is off to a subdued start on the no. The community prices have cooled from last year. I think only A and F seems to be the correct pair. To accommodate customers with late work schedules, I lowered my seat, no, but no, the store is extending its hours until 10 in the morning. As soon as the flight attendant announced we could lean back, I lowered my seat to a so BD. The scientists performed the experiment many times, but every time the result varied. So CE is definitely a pair. So this one only. The Travancore something board expectedly 1.5 lakh pilgrims. So expects viewing arrangement. So only A. Okay, a study on Wayanad's 2024 landslide calls for better disaster management strategies of vulnerable regions. Strategies in vulnerable regions. So only C for me. Strategy. The technician's expertise is the spelling correct? Expertise ensured a seamless upgrade of the software and its interface. I think expertise spelling is incorrect. The tourist admired the architecture, strolled through cobbled street and enjoyed the ambience, not ants, I think ants of the historic city. Okay, out of the 4 sentence, one is error free. Find out the sentence which is error free. Okay. Bisham Cube is an intricate puzzle challenge, logical thinking, and strategy. puzzle that challenges logical thinking. Okay, so this is incorrect. India VIX measured market volatility and investor sentiment in Indian market. Okay, maybe the paradox of thrift suggests saving most would harm economic saving more. So the Panama Canal connects the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans, enabling global trade. So either this or this is correct. Measured market volatility and investor sentiment. I think it should have been measures, not measured. So I'll go with this one. But here also the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean or oceans. Here also same thing. If okay, contains no grammatical error. Yeah. He did not attend the meeting, nor he informed anyone about his absence. Okay, maybe true or correct. The new policy aims at improving efficiency across departments. She is one of the students. Okay, no. The company has decided. Okay, he did not attend the meeting, nor did he inform. So the second one is correct. If the alert had arrived earlier, disruptions would have reduced. Authorities issued clarification after confusion spread across regions rapidly. Okay. Public reaction intensified once official statements were shared widely. Emergency protocols were reviewed following criticism from public quarters. Okay, choose the grammatically incorrect now. They are asking. Okay. An iron hand. The king governed his okay, iron hand. Mother raised his children with iron hand, imposing strict rules. Okay, leaving no tolerance. Okay, A and B true. A dime a dozen means a thing that is very common. What it comes down to, especially on internet, is that something are dime a dozen. Okay, sorry, I am feeling a bit dime a dozen. No, I thought it was something special, but it turns out they are a dime a dozen. So C is definitely true. But what about E? Correct usage, right? What it comes down to, especially on the internet, is that plagiarists are a dime a dozen. I don't know what it means, so maybe this one, but check later. All right. I was dashed to know how hearing is different from listening. I was intrigued. I was curious to know. I had thought both were dash, but gradually I realized there is a big difference between the two words. I had thought both were similar, something like that. Synonyms. Hearing is a physical phenomena. Whenever somebody speaks, the sound waves generated reach you, and you definitely hear whatever is said to you. Dash using your mind to understand whatever is being said is listening. Dash using, okay? Cautiously using your mind, consciously, consciously. I think consciously, not cautiously, consciously. Diving deeper, I found that listening is not only hearing with dash, but much more than that. Deep down, I found that listening is not only hearing with concentration, but more than that, listening is hearing with full attention and applying our mind. Okay, let me do this one first. till 19. Okay. So C is fixed. Third sentence. All right. Niti Aayog had reportedly shortlisted two banks for the purpose. Which purpose? I don't know. Nonetheless, but nonetheless, the strategy is to strengthen the bank balance. Okay. Finance Minister Sitharaman had announced privatization of two public sector bank as a part of disinvestment program for this fiscal. Yet, okay, to support this announcement, the government earmarked a substantial portion of the revised estimate to strengthen the strategy is to strengthen the balance sheet of these lenders in order to generate potential investor investment. To support this announcement, government earmarked a substantial portion of revised estimate of this towards capitalization of banks identified for privatization. Nonetheless, government had made no provision for further bank capitalization in this budget, leaving the future course of privatization still uncertain. Here, the finalization of which this shortlisted bank will ultimately be privatized remain pending. Shortlisted bank. Yet, the final decision is in pending. Nonetheless, the government has made no provision for further capitalization in budget. I'm not understanding this. The strategy is to strengthen the balance sheet. Before that, there must be something to support this announcement. Government earmarked substantial portion of revised estimate of 15,000 crore towards capitalization. The strategy is to strengthen the balance sheet. Nonetheless, government has made no provision for further. Then I'm saying Niti Aayog has shortlisted two banks for this purpose. Nonetheless, government has. Okay, I'm not getting it. I'll do it later. Okay, the characters lost in thought, tapped. The novelist lost in thought. So AD thought tapped rhythmically on the keyboard, waving tapestry, words, and characters. Tapped rhythmically on the keyboard. So BC for sure. So I think this is the correct thing. The novelist lost in thought. Yeah. In small village of Karachi, a boy named Gokal Das Ahuja was born in 1915. He was the second son of a modest merchant. He completed his higher education in 1935 and subsequently took over his father's business. He had a profound affection for the sea and sailing. His passion led him to establish a Sea Scout group in Karachi in 1938. During a training session in 1942, the scouts witnessed a capsized optimist, a boat, and a man drowning. Displaying remarkable bravery, the scouts rescued the man, Commodore Khatri. The Commodore, astonished by the scouts' courage, offered them a place and equipment to conduct their training at HMIS Delaware. Unfortunately, the partition of the country dealt a severe blow to Mr. Ahuja's aspiration. Following the partition, Mr. Ahuja migrated to Mumbai, where he endeavored to sustain the Sea Scout, the, the Indian Navy proved to be the savior of the Sea Scout, providing them with facilities at Naval Dockyard in 1948 and at INS Kunjali in 1954. In the latter half of the 1950s, Mr. Ahuja traveled abroad to study youth movement. In Britain, he discovered what he was seeking in the Sea Cadet Corps and Navy Leagues. After returning in 1951, Ahuja presented the blueprint for a national headquarters He rebranded the organization as the Sea Cadet Corps and revitalized the movement. A robust foundation was laid by Ahuja. Official recognition came in 1961 when Parliament amended the Merchant Shipping Act, allowing SCC to fly the blue ensign. They faced a shortage of officers, but the naval officers obtained the necessary warrants. Ahuja's next dream was to secure a permanent home for the SCC. He acquired a piece of land on the South Mumbai waterfront from Bombay Port, and a ship made of cement and concrete named T.S. Jauhar was laid down on 21st March 1963 by the late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, the SCC continues to thrive, shaping the future of children, and I am proud to be a part of this organization. The idea of the SCC has proliferated across country with a total of 20 Sea Cadet Corps based nationwide. What it even means, okay, severe blow, okay, an unexpected opportunity, a minor setback, a moment of calm, unforeseen event that completely changed direction, devastating setback that hindered aspiration. Okay, what marked the official recognition of 1961 when Parliament amended that permanent permission. Parliament amended allowing, okay, antonym of capsized, leaned, raised. Capsized means to grab an opportunity. Capsized optimist. I guess raised. What does key achievement in realizing his dream? He initiated a global maritime training. He inaugurated an innovative naval academy. He constructed the largest naval, obtained the permanent settlement. Proliferated, synonym, remitted. Remit, receipt. I will skip this one. The English is a bit difficult. This paper. What would be an appropriate title for the passage? Visionary leader behind Naval Scout. So let me again come back to this one. Was saying that Finance Minister Sitaraman announced this. To support this announcement, government has done this. The strategy is to strengthen this. Niti Aayog has reported two banks. Yet the final decision on this shortlisted bank ultimately remains pending. Nonetheless, government has made no provision for further bank. I feel this is the only thing I can go with. So F, G, E, first D, fourth A. Is correct. Khatri was astounded by the valor and offered training amenities. So one is true. In 1948, we supplied facilities to Scout at Naval Dockyard. Yes, after returning from Britain, so they renamed the organization as rebranded as Yes, so only all three. Probably remitted has received synonym, right? Drained, detached, either remit or bourgeois, remitted. The achievement construct. Okay. So SU letter. Okay. G2 M less. Okay. True. K2 F K2 F true. So both. W2 M W2 Y Y2 M true, and Z2 Z equal to Y and Z greater than, right? No. V no, definitely not. So only one. 6% appeared for Clark Mains, scored different marks but not in the same order. P scored more marks than L. K scored more marks than N. K scored more marks than N. Who scored more marks than only 2%? More than 2% scored marks between K and O. More than 2%. So definitely 1, 2, K, 1 gap, N. Okay. So 1, 2, so 3, I guess that 1% scored marks between O and M. So no. So then like this, and PL scored more marks than O. So 4. Only one question, 5 boxes kept one over another. Okay. 9%. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'll do it later actually. 36, 39, 40. Okay. 5, 6, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 9, 1, 1, 2. Skip it actually. I don't know why I'm choosing these questions. 7% 3 generation, skip. 6% sitting in a row, some face north, some face south. The number of items sold by them, okay. How many digits are immediately followed by a vowel? Digit immediately followed by a vowel and preceded by a symbol. So symbol, digit, vowel. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, digit, vowel, no. Symbol, digit, vowel, no. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, 1, 1. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, digit, no. Symbol, digit, vowel, 2. The following letter is 7th from the right end of the symbol, which is 9th from the right end. Symbol, which is 9th from the right end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Letter is 7th to the right. Letter is 7th to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is the sum of the even digits which are between the element 6th from the both ends? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. From here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sum of the even digits. So 6, 6, 12, 20. If we remove all the vowels following among all the vowels, then which of the following symbol is fifth to the right of the digit which is second from the left hand? Fifth to the right, so that means seventh from the left hand, right? So no vowel. So 1, 2, 3. Now only symbols are to be counted, right? Okay. So this fifth to the right, the digit which is second from the left hand. So 1, 2. And fifth to the right symbol. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8% born different years. Months are same. So I'll just go with Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August. Two-person were born between K and M. The number of person born before M is 3 more than the number of person born after L. Okay, M was born in the month of April. Before M, so after L, 0. And K and M, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. More than 4% between K and H. G was born 3 months before L, 1, 2. So August. G was born 3 months before this. More than 4% between K and H. F was born in a month having even number of days, so January, March, May, July, August. Who was born? F was born on an even number date. I was immediately after F. More than 3% were born between K and I. So if 1, 2, K goes here. Okay. K here. In this scenario, okay, Fi has to go here. And I have this space for, okay, F is in a even number of 1. So Fi has to be here, not possible. Here Fi possible. But I got 2 blank spaces, right? I was born immediately after F. Okay. More than 4% between K and H. But I'll not be able to give that thing. Fi more than 3% was said, right? But I was thinking that more than 3%, more than 4% between K and H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. H. F was born, I was born immediately. More than 1% between K and I. More than 1% between K and I, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one cancels out. This one is F I. The other person is, I guess, J. Goes here. J was born in June. Combination is correct. F, Feb, L, August is correct. G, June, no. K, January, no. Born before G, 4. So M after. If all the persons are arranged alphabetically from younger to older, changed. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So none. From younger to older, right? Shit. So F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Still none. some teens, not teens, no teen, jug, only, jug is cup, all cup being something, all some cups are not, only two, only cake, balloon, only a few cake, candle, some pizza or cake, some balloons or candle, all cake being pizza, all cake being something, no. 8% circular table. Okay, this is doable, but I don't have much time left. Let's see. 8%, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same order. Some of them face inside, some face outside. U sits second to the right of Q. W sits 3 places away from U. W is not an immediate neighbor of Q. U sits second to the right, 3 places away. U sits second to the right of P sits second to the left of Q. Left of U and faces same direction as Q. As Q. The number of persons sitting between W and P when counted from right of P. So no person right of P is 3 less than the number of person between Q and R. Doesn't matter. 2 person sit between R and S. 1 to S, 1 to S. S is not an immediate neighbor of Q. 2 person sit between R and S. Both the immediate neighbors of P face opposite direction to P. P sit opposite direction to P. And to P. R sits third to the right of T. 1, 2, third to the right of T. R sits third to the right of T. V and T face opposite direction. V and T outside, inside, inside, outside. T and T opposite direction to each other. R faces the same direction as V. R faces the same direction as V, but not inside. The following sits third to the right of the person who sits opposite to W. Sits third to the right, the person who sits opposite of W. T, third to the right, 1, 2. R, following face same direction. T, U, no. V, S, no. R, W, and U, yes. R and S. How many persons sit between Q and T? Clockwise from T. Q and T. So yeah, 2 persons, so 6 persons are there. Clockwise from T. Same pair. PQ opposite. UR opposite. RS no. VS yes. WTS. T faces inside, yes. No. QS outside. Q outside, S inside, no. 3% between R and U, yes. 5 boxes, 9%. Okay. They sold a different number of items in a shop. The number of items each person equals to the sum of the numerical value of the letters of his or her name. No, 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 definitely. Many complex things are here. 5 boxes placed one another. S is placed below W. V is placed below S. 2 boxes placed above T. U is placed 2 boxes above T. Then W, W, S, and V. Which box is placed at the first position from the top? So U is to this one, that's CEO, then CFO, then COO, Senior VP, VP, SD, D, Manager, and Assistant Manager. All right, I is to designation senior to C. I is junior to H, but not immediately junior. I is senior to VP. Senior to VP. J is 3 designation junior to H. J is junior to K. More than 2 persons are designated between J and B. B, who is junior to D. I think I should skip it. D is 2 designation junior to C. D is 2 designation junior to C. So like this pattern. C, the number of person designated between D and B, same as E is not the junior most or the senior most. So I got 4 options for I, or rather one gap H, 2 gap H, 1 gap H. So H, no, 1, 2 is J. So definitely H has to be here, and 1, 2, J, 1, 2, J. All right. And K, K goes here, J here, K here, or K here. So I, 1% C, I 1% C, I 1% C, C 1% D, C 1% D, C 1% D, B below him, B here or here, J and B 3 or more, 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, 3, here also 1, 2, 3, both satisfying. More than 2 was said, right? Uh, More than 2%, okay, both are still holding. So E is neither here nor here. E is neither here, so E goes here. But I'm missing one clue. C, D, B, per person designated. Okay, so number of person designated in D and B is same as between F and C. D and B same as between F and C. Where is F? D and B, F and C. F and C not possible. but E has to be here. So not this one. COO, which is missing. I guess J. No, E. E was missing. Senior to D, but junior to shit. The number of total vehicle bikes. So bike and car. So 150. Then I'm writing the bike total bike and car total 150. Here it's bike is 80, so car 70. Here total 190, 190, 150, 110, 40, 200, 160, 40, 130, 70, and 60. Shop F. Total number of bikes are 25% more than cars in E. 25% more than cars in E. Total number of vehicles are average of A and B. Total number of vehicles is going to be 170. Find the cars in F is what percent? So 95. What percent more or less than bikes in B? So 5 less, 5%. Difference between the average number of cars in A and B. Cars in average A and B 80. Average of bikes in C and D. Bikes in C and D is 90, so 10 difference. The number of the ratio of the sold to unsold bikes in D. Sold to unsold bikes in D is okay, so 120 and 40. And the number of unsold bike is 20% less than cars sold. This is 20% less. So this is 4. So 50 cars were sold out of what? Unsold bikes in D. Okay. The number of unsold bikes in D is 20% less than cars sold in B. Okay. Sold in B. So 50 cars, so 40 unsold in B. The cars booked online in A is 60 and the rest are books offline. So 10 books offline. 20% of bikes online A, so 60%, so 48. So total difference between online and offline is 6. So online of so 60, 10, 20% of bikes. So 16, 64. So 2, I guess. 74, 6. The defective cars in D is 1/8 of total number of bikes in A. So 10 defective in D, 70 non-defective. Okay, so 10 defective. And non-defective bikes in D is half of the non-defective cars in D. So 35 non-defective bikes in D. So it's going to be 1 1/8 of the bikes. Defective cars in D is 1/8 number of bikes. So 10. And non-defective bikes in D, I don't know what's going on, is half of the non-defective cars. Non-defective cars have to 35. Total defective in D car 35, so 5. What's going on? In D, okay, so bike, car 160, bike 40. They are saying that 1/8 of the total bikes in A, 1/8 of the total. So this is car 40, 160. So 10 cards is defective. So 35 remains non-defective. 30 remains non-defective. What am I doing? Non-defective cars. I will just skip this. We'll just skip this. I don't know what's going on. I'll definitely do it. Okay. In D, I have bikes and cars. Total number of bikes in D, 160, and this is 40. Now they are saying that defective cars in A is 1/8 of the total bikes in A. That is 1/8, so 10 defective. Non-defective cars 30. Half of the non-defective cars, non-defective bikes in D is half of the non-defective cars. So non-defective is 15. So defective is going to be 145, so 155. I think the exam is already on, so not push myself too much. So 130, then I don't. Okay, divided by 5, divided by something, divided by 2. Okay, skip. Into 3 plus 1, into 3 plus 1, into 3 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 3 plus 4 into 3 plus 5. Yeah, so this one is incorrect. So just skip it or what? 17, 17, 17, 17, not 17. Skip 13, 40 minus 2, 39. Then it's 51. Then 70, but 2 less, 68. It was 1734. So to make it 17, it should have been 137. It would have been 34. 33 is incorrect. AB invested in business in 12 to 8. They decided that 50% of the total profit will be shared equally and the remaining will be distributed on investment. A's share is 200 more than B. This is 3, 2. Difference is 1. 1 is 200. So this is 600 and this is 400. Total 1000 and 2000 must have been the total money. Total profit 2000. Okay, 70. So 3/4 A is equal to 2/6 C and equation of B equal to A. So B by 5 equal to A by 4. A by 4 equal to C by 5 into 3 by 2. So into A by 8 equal to B by 10 equal to C by 15. Okay, sum of 50% of B plus 30% of C is 95. So 180% of 80. It's actually 6.4, right? 80% of 64. If sum of 6 consecutive even numbers is this, find the sum of the largest and smallest. 6 consecutive numbers. So the average is going to be 25, right? So 26 and 24 here and here, then 28 and 30, and here 22, 20. So total 50. 5 years ago, Ace's age was 2 times more than PUK. I'll skip this one. To success discount 10 and 20. So total discount would have been 28%. After giving this discount, he still makes profit of 8%. Total discount given was this. So 84. Cost price of the article 300. 84. 216. So 200. A man invested same amount in two different schemes, A and B. In A and B, 8.5%, 8%, especially for 4 years. For 4 years, then it would have been okay. So the difference would have been 2%. That is 40. Find the investment in each scheme. So 100% is going to be 20. So 2000. A container carrying wine and water 7 to 5. 58 liter of water has been added to dilute. 58 liter added dilute, and the solution gets reversed. So 7 times 5 times 35, 5 times 25, 7 times 35, 7 times 49. The gap is of 24. That is equal to 58. Find the original volume. Original volume is 80, right? Or rather 60. So it's 2.5 times. So 2 times it's going to be 119, and half times it's going to be 29. Not matching. So multiple of 12. Not this, not this. Skip. 3 pipes P, 8, Q, 12, and R, 24. 48. So 6, 4, 2 together. So 10, 12, 4. A man can downstream this upstream in 9 hours. So can upstream and downstream 12 hours. Skip. The volume of a cylinder cuboid 2/5 of x is equal to 3/10 of y. So x by 3 is equal to y by 4. If the average of x and y is 60, more than x, average of x and y 0.5 is equal to 60. So 3 is equal to 6 times 360. 4 is equal to 480. What is 3/4 of y? 360. This is going to be 180 plus 120 minus 70, 50, 230. 15% of this is going to be 64 plus 32 plus 140 plus 44, 96, and so 140 times 2, 280. 20x plus 60 is equal to 300, 240, 12, 25 into 125, so 25, 25. So this is 3, and 96 by 120 into x into 25 is equal to 7200. 12, 8, 8 times 25, 200, 200 and 0, so 20, 0, so 360. Then this is 1000 plus 3 into 8, so 2, no, 3 by 8, so 600 minus 1 by 16, 7, 700, so 900. Unit digits are different. 8, 7, 1, 1 minus 11 minus 3, 8. So either this or this. 9, 10, 9, 6. Okay. So 12 and 7, 19 means 1, 9, and 9, 1, and minus 3, 9. So 1 unit digit, or rather a digit sum. So which was present in, I think, this option. 52 into 9 is going to be 45. So 468 plus 28 into 6, 168 is equal to 4x. So 68 into 2, 500 by 4. Let's just add them. 6, 1, 3, 1, 6, 1, 50 plus 9. X by 25 plus 256 plus 36. So it's 80 into 240 is 280. This is going to be 24, 600. 10 minus 3 is 7. And 1/3 and 1/6. So 2/6, 1/6, 3/6, half. So only 7. Five years ago, S's age was S minus 5 was 2 times more than 3 times age of P at that time. The ratio of P 6 years hence to S 10 years hence. Three years ago. Okay, I'll just skip things. Submit. I think it should be close to how many I've attempted. Total attempted 74, so maybe close to 65 to 70 should have been the score. It's really depressing paper. Most depressing ones. In reasoning, if that one whole set was done completely, then it would have been much better. Like this set, I guess, which I was doing, this one. I was almost there, just couldn't complete it. And I will blame this question, then this question for that. I thought it was uh, 2 or 3 question set, so I did it. Otherwise, I would not have done it. +2 +5 +2 +2 +2. So consonant +2 and vowel +5. So straightforward logic, but I think needed to be skipped at first. So the blood relation was easy, right? So it seems to be like a quite obvious pattern that whichever I'm skipping is then coming out to be the easier one. Yeah, I should have completed this whole set. So 4 more will took my score to 75. That would have been better, or rather, not just better, but on the top 10. I guess all right. I don't have much complaint about it. In quants, nothing got wrong. Okay, let's see the English part. Okay, the architecture. Yeah, the spelling seems to be a bit of architecture, but what's the correct spelling then? Cobbled means to paved with small stones. Okay, architecture. So what's the difference? Okay, not H, architecture. Architecture. TCH, but architect. TECTURE, architecture. Okay. So this one got wrong. From dreams to reality. I think many of the students must have given this as answer. So these are very close options, so nothing to blame it on. Okay. Why was achievement realizing? Okay. We obtained a permanent establishment. I thought about answering this one, but then I thought the other ones may also be true. And I did not have enough time to like reread this portion. So okay, the only thing I could have done better was to skip these small questions at first. This especially these 2 questions, because for 2 questions I had to let go 4 questions. That is something I am still working on. Then I had written this thing, then I then again removed it. I wasted a few crucial seconds. So I will try not to repeat the same thing again. And hopefully I will be able to give a few guidely mocks also. So thank you for joining and see you.